I've got planned today is very much a class to counter desk pose. So all those sort of, hunching forward, typing, that kind of stuff, we're going to counter that in all our classes moves today. So starting laying down, go ahead and bend your knees and get the soles of the feet to the ground, but walk those feet out wide and let the knees drift in towards one another. And by doing it in that way, you allow your lower back to rest, to neutralize. Maybe rest one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And open your mouth, sigh it out. Don't worry, you can't be heard, so be as loud as you want. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Feel the chest expand under the hand. Feel the diaphragm grow. And then exhale, sigh it out, mouth open. Try and get every little molecule of air out as you breathe out. One more round, slow and steady, deep breath in. Feel everything grow and get a little bit of extra air in at that top. And then open the mouth, sigh it out. Good, now go ahead and cactus the arms out. So if that's a little bit uncomfortable as we start, maybe go for a T shape. So you're just opening your arms out wide. But as you open your arms out wide, notice how maybe your shoulders want to curl forward or immediately resist. Try to relax into it. So focus on that breathing style again. So steady, long, deep breaths in. Keep the mouth closed though as you push the air out. Good. Focus just on that breath in your own rhythm, inhaling and exhaling. And maybe notice the length of those inhales, the length of those exhales. See if you can make it a little longer. Don't be afraid to make them just a little bit louder, slightly powerful. Maybe relax those shoulders a little bit more. Almost imagine shrugging those shoulder blades into the ground. Nice. Now as you breathe in, start to turn the head towards the left. Nice and slow. And as you breathe out, turn the head towards the right. And just go for that a few times. Inhaling, turning the head one direction. And exhaling, turning it the opposite direction. Nice. And then when you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a loving big squeeze. Wrap the arms around the shins. And gently just rock it from side to side. And as you do so, try really hard to relax the lower back. Really focus on where the lower back connects to the ground. Good. Now relax those shoulders. Take it back to a cactus shape or a T shape. And let the legs just drift over to the right. Turn the gaze to the left. Breathe out. And notice instinctually where your body tenses. So maybe it's through the jaw. Maybe it's in the neck, the shoulders, the back, the hips. Wherever it is, breathe out and commit to letting it go. Make that your intention. Really letting it go, focusing on the breath. Notice where your thoughts take you. Bring it back to just on that intention. Inhale, bring the knees back up to the middle, nice and steady. Maybe keep the knees bent, but point the feet, flex the feet, point the feet, and let the knees drift over the opposite way. Gaze over the right arm. And if the legs don't touch the ground, it doesn't matter. It's more about keeping those shoulders connected into the ground. And as you breathe out, commit to relaxing the body, letting it go. More importantly, let go of any intention of what the pose should be like, should feel like, and instead just observe how it is. And by giving yourself that permission to be in the present moment, notice how it becomes a little bit more powerful. And then inhale, pull those knees back up to the middle, wrap the arms around it, give yourself a loving squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And start to flex the feet, send the heels up high to the sky, but no need to straighten the legs. We're focusing more on the feet here, so try pointing those feet, flexing those feet, rotating one ankle then the other, and then slowly lower those heels down towards the ground. Stretch those legs out straight in front of you. So really, really pointing one leg and the other. Get them as long as you can. And then as you breathe in, raise the arms above the head now. Now reaching towards the ceiling, we're going to sort of point the fingers and then flex the palm of the hand. So reaching the fingers up, breathe in, maybe get the shoulder blades off the ground. And then shrug the shoulders down, but flex the heel of the palm so like you can leave an imprint of your hand on the sky. Inhale, shrug those shoulder blades off the ground, reach the fingers up as tall as they can, flex the palms. Now reach the hands back behind you towards the back wall, let the back of the hands touch the ground. Good, now one arm at a time. So as we inhale, we raise the right arm off the ground, reach the fingers to the back wall, get the right shoulder off the ground, shrug that shoulder back and up, exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left arm reaches off the ground, reach those fingers up, fingers reach to the back wall, shoulder off the ground, exhale, lower it down. Good, now point the toes, squeeze the legs together, both arms this time. Inhale, reach, head and shoulders come off the ground just so slightly, reach them to the back wall, lengthen the body, exhale, lower it down. Whew, very nice. Hug those knees to the chest again, give yourself a squeeze, gently rock it from side to side, and get those heels to the ground. Nice, feet to the ground, knees are hip width distance. We're just going to take a few bridges, but with arms here. So get those heels close towards the bum, feet are hip width distance. Keep looking up, push the tongue to the roof of the mouth as you breathe in, push the heels down, hips peel off the ground, hands reach up to the ceiling, then back behind you as far as they can go. Exhale, lower all back down to the starting point. 2 more times. So as you inhale, keep looking up, hips reach up, fingers reach up, fingers to the back wall. Try and get those arms as long as you can get them. Exhale, lower it down. One more time, try and get the movement to last the length of the breath. Long, slow inhale reaches up and back, top of the breath, top of the pose. Exhale, bring it down nice and slow. Good. Knees to chest, hug it in, and then guide yourself up to a tabletop position. Take your time to get there, whatever way works for you. And when you get there, celebrate the fact you can move. Give yourself a little wiggle. Shake it around however you want to. Maybe take some few cat-cows. Get into that space between the shoulders. Let the belly dip, looking forward on your cow pose. And exhale on your cat pose. Push those hands into the ground. Really try and dome up between the shoulders. Breathing in, really try and get those shoulders towards one another. Chest as low to the ground as you can with the arms straight. And then exhale, push it away. Good. Maybe rock it forward and back a few times. Spread those fingers wide apart. Really push the knuckles into the ground. Try and make it a little bit more about the hands now. Good. Now make it side to side. Get into the sides of the body. Maybe pay attention to those hip joints moving around. Good. And when you're ready, walk the hands slightly forward. Walk the knees slightly back. Very awkward here. Try and get your belly button in the center and take a few cat-cows here. Notice how it feels a little bit different. See if you can dip that belly, push the tongue to the roof of the mouth, look forward, building some strength in these shoulders. Exhale, push the hands to the ground, squeeze the tummy and chin to chest. Take a couple more, and when you're ready, we walk it back up, tabletop position. And then slowly slide those hands up to the thighs, sit back onto the heels. We're coming to a seated shape. And if that's uncomfortable in the knees for whatever reason, you can sit on a block, you can sit on a cushion, you can sit cross-legged, however works for you. We're just going to get into those hands a little bit now. So countering that desk pose, all the typing and texting we do, just going to start to activate those fingers, flick those hands. That simple. Yeah. See if you can speed it up. Get all 8 fingers moving, pushing against the thumbs. Now reach the arms out, get it away from you. Ooh, you're going to start feeling it in those palms soon. Reach it up high to the sky. Flick it away, keep it going. Ooh, hello forearms, flick it around, get it down, keep it going, just a little bit longer. Breathe into it, reach in front of you, flick it away, flick it away. Oh, relax those hands. Maybe turn the palms so they face up if that feels more comfortable to you, and just rest the back of the hands on the thighs. Ooh. Good, now interlace the fingers. And we're just gently going to flip the palms and push them away from you. Get that lovely counter stretch through each one of those fingers. Good, inhale, reach up above. Exhale, over to the right. Good, inhale, reaches up. Exhale, over the opposite direction. Good, inhale up. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Shrug those shoulders once or twice. Breathe into it, rest the palms, face up, hands on top of the thighs. Just noticing sensation in the palm of the hands, focus in on that. And then when you're ready, reinterlace those fingers, but you guessed it, the non-dominant way. Opposite thumb on top than usual. And when you get there, we're going to start to get a little funky, get into the dance move. Is this a 70s dance move? Am I right with that, maybe? Should do my homework, look that up. But whatever it is, it's good. Have fun with it. Get that rotation in the wrists. Maybe flip that movement a couple of times. Good. When you're ready, reinterlace those hands. Good. Flip the palm away from you. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Squeeze that tummy in. Inhale, both arms reach up. Try and get those biceps by the ears, squeezing in. Exhale, over to the left, long side body stretch. Inhale, reach it up, that's right, slightly different than last time. Exhale, now over to the right, here we go. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, relax the hands by the sides. Palms on top of thighs, face down, face up, it's up to you. Just gonna have one more little hand exercise and then we'll bring it back down to the ground. And that these are great things you can do at your desk. The flick of the fingers, flip of the palms, side to side, whenever you want. So here we come back to it. This time, palms just high five one another. And you're going to start to rotate the hands open. Thumbs connect, back of the fingers connect. Fingers start to face down. And just sort of draw a circle. So we're getting rotation through those wrists. So those hands stay connected always at some point. Rotating down and up, maybe change direction of it. You want to get to a point really where the back of the hands are pushing against one another and pulling back up. Take that a few times. Good, and then one more. I lied, I've got one more for you just because it feels really good. We're going to take one finger at a time. So take your left hand, right hand holds onto the pointer finger and gently, doesn't pull, but encourages the finger back. So extend that left arm away from you and then just take it one finger at a time, gently tugging, gently encouraging an extension of that little finger. Yes. Switch it up to the opposite arm, right arm reaches away from you and just take it one finger at a time, gently working your way through. Good, especially when we spend so much of our day holding onto a keyboard or a mouse. It's very important to take this counter pose. Let's take it back down, tabletop position. Good. When you get into that tabletop, walk the hands slightly further forward, walk the knees slightly further back. This time, shift your weight forward, try and get the shoulders balanced above the wrists. We're in a modified low plank. Good, now sit it back, child's pose, knees together, breathe it out. Ripple it up, come back up to that modified high plank. Top of the breath, spine is long. Exhale, pull it back, knees together, tummy to thighs, child's pose. Inhale, ripple it up, high plank. Focus on that space between the shoulders, send the heart forward and long. Try and get the spine straight. Good. Exhale, take it back one more time. And then inhale, pick it up to that high plank, modified high plank. So maybe walk your hands a little bit further forward if you need to. Trying to get a straight line from knees to the top of the head. Now maybe lift one leg off the ground, then the other, toes off the ground rather. Point those toes, and then gently just wave those legs to the right. Maybe look it to the right, turn your head. Good. Pick those toes up, wave those toes to the left. Look to the left, turn the head. Inhale, pick it up. Child's pose when you're ready. Tuck the toes, spread the fingers wide apart, push the knuckles into the ground. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Shake the tail, wag it about, get that tail nice and high. Pedal out the feet, rock it from side to side. Look forward, breathe in. Exhale, gently start to walk to the top of the mat. Take your time to get there. Good, halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, fold into it. Coming to standing when you're ready. Inhale, reach it up. Get the arms above the head and interlace the fingers above the head. Flip the palms, shine them up. Squeeze those arms by the ears. Breathe in, shrug it up. Exhale, reach over to the right. Really try and push that right thigh in, the left thigh out. Good. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, opposite direction. Get that hip away from you, but squeeze the belly in. Notice if the arms are coming forward, try and pull them back. Breathe into it. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold it forward. Standing forward fold. Nice. Try and get the left hand towards the ground. Maybe you tent onto the fingertips. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Maybe that's enough. Maybe right arm reaches up high towards the sky. Good. Breathe into it, looking up, turn the head, get the head into it. Exhale, both hands come down to the ground. Keep the left foot where it is. Inhale, right foot steps back behind you. Get it far back. Shift forward and back. You want that left foot outside of the left hand this time. Good. Yes, there you are. Nice. Now anchor down with that left foot. Inhale, right arm reaches up high towards the sky. Opposite twist. Breathe into it. Exhale, hands to mat. Step it back, high plank. Pause in that high plank. Maybe lower down to the knees, untuck the toes. Exhale, elbows in all the way to the ground. Good. And we're going to take a few cobra poses here, building the back strength. So slide the hands in line with the nipples. Thumbs in line with the nipples, elbows pull back towards one another, squeeze those legs together. Inhale, heart peels off the ground, breathe into it. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Inhale, heart peels up, keep looking down. Exhale, lower down, squeezes those legs together. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, child's pose, knees together, forehead to mat. Good. Inhale, slide the hands up to the knees, up to the thighs. This time come onto the knees. Hands to hips. Pull those elbows back behind you. So feel that chest start to open up. Good. Now you can take the hands, make fists this time, and almost plant the fists into the sacrum, that lower back. Good. Now pull those elbows back towards one another. Very important, push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Tongue pushes to the roof of the mouth. Maybe start to send your gaze up high. As you send your gaze up high, try to imagine lengthening your spine, sending your heart up towards the ceiling. So really imagine lifting that heart up. Now very, very gently, tiny, almost not visible movement. Push the hands into the hips and start to send the chest towards the sky. Slight back bend. Keep breathing into it. Exhale, take a child's pose. Hands to get to the mat, knees together, forehead to mat. I'm going to build on that one a few times. Ripple up to a tabletop position. And then maybe we're going to build into this a little bit more. So, right hand to the back of the neck, elbow points down. Good. As we inhale, guide that elbow pointing up high towards the sky. If you can get it, turn the gaze up. Exhale, elbow points down. Take it a few times. Inhale, elbow points up. Squeeze the belly in to help the twist. Exhale, elbow points down. Inhale, point that elbow up. Now maybe extend the arm, reach for the ceiling, try and grab that cobweb out of the corner. Exhale, hand to the back of the neck, elbow points down. Last time, so really breathe into it. Inhale, reach it up, deeper breath equals deeper movement. Maybe extend that arm, fingers reach up. Exhale, hand to the back of the neck, elbow down, hand to mat, child's pose, sigh it out. Good. Inhale, ripple it up, tabletop position, and guide it to wide-legged child's pose. So knees apart, big toes touch. Sit back into it. A real mixture of postures today, getting into all those joints, opening them all up. So as you're here, really try and sink those hips into it. Tent onto the fingertips, fingers off the ground, arms off the ground, elbows off the ground, and then guide the needle, reaching the right arm underneath the left armpit. Turn the head, right ear comes to the ground, and sit down into it, creating an L shape with those arms while you're in child's pose. And try and reach with those arms a little bit more. Almost imagine building a stretch between the shoulder blades. Maybe push the right shoulder into the ground a little bit more. And then gently come onto the left fingertips again. Elbow off the ground, unthread that needle, sit down into it. Good. Look forward, ripple it up like a wave to come back to that tabletop shape. Knees walk in. Maybe take a few cat-cows if it feels good in your belly. Maybe, big challenge, come onto the fingertips, tenting onto the hands, and take a few cat-cows here. See if you can build that strength in the palm of the hands, dexterity of the fingers. Nice, and we'll bring it back down, taking it the opposite side now. So, looking down, gently raise the left hand off the ground, get the hand to the back of the neck, elbow points down. Try and keep equal weight through right and left side of the body. Core pulls in. Notice if your spine is curving, try and keep your back straight. Good. Now inhale, left elbow points up high towards the sky. Squeeze the tummy in. Exhale, elbow points down to the ground. Good. With the length of the breath. Inhale, angle that left elbow up. Maybe turn the gaze up. Exhale, lower it down. 2 more times, so make it really count. Inhale, left elbow points up. Maybe extend the arm, wiggle the fingers, get as high as you can. Exhale, rebend that elbow, hand to the back of the neck, elbow down. Last time, get that thoracic rotation in the spine, reach it up, breathe into it. Exhale, reverse it, come down. Child's pose, knees wide apart, toes touch. Sit down into it, sigh it out. Hello, shoulders. Good. Come onto the fingertips, get the elbows, forearms off the ground, and then thread the needle, guiding the left arm under the right, and sit down into it. Get that left ear to the ground. Ooh. There's a lot of temptation to just relax into this pose. That's great for the lower body. Relax the belly, relax the hips, but try and keep those arms active so those hands are really reaching. Keep that breath nice and deep, and notice if your thoughts are going elsewhere, pull them back. One more long breath in. Relaxing the breath out. Fingers come to the ground again. Tent up that right hand, right elbow off the ground. Unthread that needle. Lift it up. Next inhale. Tabletop position, steady and strong. Fingers spread wide apart. Push those palms into the mat. Glue them in. Tuck the toes. Pick yourself up by your hips. Send them back and up. Downward facing dog. Breathe into it. Lift those hips up even higher. Exhale, look forward. Start to travel to the top of the mat. Take your time to get there. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down into it. Come up to standing. Breathe in. Interlace the fingers above the head. Go for that non-dominant grip, the way that's a little awkward. Reach those arms up and flip the palms. You guessed it. Inhale, reach over to the left. Push that hip away from you. and then come back to the middle, opposite sides first than we did before. Reach it over, doesn't really make a difference, but it does have an impact in the mind, and that's what yoga is about. Reach it up. Now, stay where you are, squeeze the belly in, squeeze those biceps by the ears, and then gently lift it up. Take a mini back bend, keep that belly pulling in, and then fold it forward. Whew, nice and steady. Shake those arms out, give yourself a wiggle. Good. Shift the weight into the right foot. Step that, before we do, get the right hand to the ground. Maybe right fingertips, palm, it's up to you. Bend that right knee. Semi-straighten the left. If that's enough, stay there. If you need more, left arm reaches up. Turn the gaze up high to the sky. Breathe into it. Long breath in. Exhale, both hands come down. Now, shift the weight into the right foot. Step the left foot back behind you. Get that right foot outside of the right hand. Shift that weight forward and back, forward and back. Good. Inhale, right arm reaches up high to the sky. Keep those hips low. Try and get those wrists lining up with one another, elbows line up with one another, shoulders line up with one another. Retract those shoulder blades together. Exhale, hand to mat. Step it back, get that right foot up and back, high plank, and then take a child's pose just for a moment. When you're ready, we pick it up again, downward facing dog, but take your time to get there. When you're ready, downward dog, inhale, looks forward. Exhale, step it forward, nice and steady. Inhale, fingers to shins. Exhale, fold down into it. Good. Now, we're going to gently shift that weight into the left foot. Step it a little bit further forward if you need to. And step the right foot back behind you. We're coming into a low lunge. So lowering down the back knee, untuck the back toes. Inhale, both arms reach up high to the sky. Key here, relax those shoulders, but keep the palms facing in towards one another. Good. Now we're going to bend that right elbow, get the right hand to the back of the neck. This time the elbow is pointing up high to the sky, so almost like you can hug that bicep into the right ear. Left arm reaches up, hold on top of that right elbow, and pull those arms in so they almost feel like a helmet secured around the head. As you've got it, shrug those shoulders up. Exhale, reach over to the left. Get that stretch from the elbow all the way down to the knee. Really breathing into it. Inhale, reach it up, both hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to mat. Tuck the back toes. Lift that back knee off the ground. Easy twist, left arm reaches up, breathe into it, pull the hips down low. Exhale, hands to mat, step it forward, shake those legs out. Good. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, fold into it. Come to standing when you're ready, all the way up. Exhale, palms face forward. We're going to guide it into an eagle pose now. So, arms reach out wide. And gently start to give yourself a hug. Get right arm underneath the left. Good. Holding on top of the shoulders. Start to gently bend the knees, squat into it. Now, notice where the elbows go. The elbows start pointing down. Pick them up so the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Good. So you've got the right arm underneath the left. Start to shift the weight into the left foot. Create a figure four shape with the legs as you sit down into it. It's a little bit wobbly, welcome it. It's all part of the practice. Elbows lifting up in line with the armpits. Maybe take eagle arms. All that means is that you bring the back of the hands towards one another and then wrap them, bind them up. So those elbows stay on top of one another, back of the arms touch, wrap them up. But maybe you don't need to do that. Maybe you hold onto the shoulders, that's already enough. Wherever you are, check in to see where your mind is. Bring it back, focus on your yoga practice. Welcome the wobbles. If those elbows are pulling down, pull them up. Really get them up, up, up. Breathe into it, long deep breath in. And then exhale, fold it forward. Whew, shake it about. Nice. Shift the weight into the right foot. Step that left leg back behind you. Nice. Lower down to the back knee. Untuck the back toes. Inhale, both arms reach up high to the sky. So good, so good. This time, bend the left elbow, left hand to the back of the neck. Good. Now pull that bicep in by the ear. Right arm reaches up. Then bend the right arm. Right hand touches on top of that left elbow. Good. Pull those biceps in towards the ear. Create that sort of wrap around the head like a helmet. Squeeze it in. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale, reach over to the right. Whew, there you go. Breathe into it. Stay for one more exhale. And then inhale, come back up. Release the hands up high. Hands to mat. Step it back. Standing forward fold. Wiggle out those legs. Good, good, good. Inhale, come up to standing all the way up. Palms rest by your sides, facing forward. And just notice what that effect has on the shoulders. Trying to get those shoulders lifting up and open, palms face forward. Good, good, good. We'll take one more heart opening here. So arms reach up high to the sky, interlace above the head. Flip the palms, palms face up. So there, we got that in the arms. Squeeze the legs together. Push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Try and send the heart up. And then maybe back. Keep squeezing the front belly, mini back bend. Exhale, fold it forward. So good. Halfway lift, breathe into it. Exhale, fold it forward. Coming up for eagle on the opposite side. So we're gently going to open the arms out wide. Give yourself a hug. Left arm underneath the right. Yeah, play with it a little bit if you have to do it a few times to see which way was not the way you did before. You got it. Then get those elbows lifting up and pulling away from you. So it's almost like you've got strings on those elbows pulling forward and away. Good. Start to shift the weight onto the right foot. And then bend that left knee. Take a figure four shape with the left leg. Welcome the wobbles. Maybe take the bind in the arms. So let the back of the hands come towards one another. Wrap them around nice and tight. Notice if those elbows come forward. Pick those elbows up so they're in line with the shoulders. Sit down into it a little bit more. If you fall, it's okay. It's all part of the practice. You learn more from falling than you do from staying. So wherever you are, pick those elbows up. Try and send them further away. Breathe into it. And then slow motion release. Fold it forward. Whew, shake it out. It's all good. Shift the weight into the left foot. Step that right foot back behind you. High crescent lunge. Breathe in. We're nearly there. Persevere with it. Bend that right elbow, right hand to the back of the neck. Hold onto the left elbow. Good. Pull those arms in. Sit a little bit lower in the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the left. Big, big stretch. Yes. Inhale, reach it up. Arms reach up. Step it forward, standing forward fold. Shake those legs out. One more side to go. Halfway lift. Breathe into it. Exhale, hands to mat. Step that left foot back behind you. Toes to the ground. High crescent lunge. Breathe in. Arms reach up. Focus your mind. Steady your thoughts. Bend that left elbow. Left hand to the back of the neck. Hold onto that left elbow with the right arm. Sit down a little bit lower. Reach the elbows up. Exhale, reach them over to the right. Get that stretch throughout the whole side of the body. Try and pull those elbows up and back behind you a little bit more. Come back to the middle, hands to mat. Woo, step it back, high plank. Child's pose when you're ready. Sigh it out. Whew. Good, when you get there, relax it down a little bit. Calm your breath. Calm your mind. Whew, it's been a very, very active class. Lots of energy. Good, focus on your breathing. Slow that breathing down. Nice. We've got a few fun poses to go. When you're ready, pick it up, come back to that tabletop position. Nice. Feeling steady in the tabletop. Get that left knee to the center. So usually our knees are hip width distance apart rather. Draw that left knee in so that left knee is now in line with the belly button. Now, a little bit weird here, but stay with me. We're going to pull that right knee forward and over so you cross the legs. Yeah, that's simple. So we're just crossing the legs here is really what we're getting for. When you get there, fan those feet out away, because what we're going to do is walk the hands back so you're now seated in between the legs with the legs crossed on top of one another. So that left leg is going to be on top, right leg on top of the left. If you need to adjust with the hands, I always have to. It's very normal. Try and keep the feet flexed. So you inhale, both arms reach up high to the sky. Now very gently bend that right arm, right hand to the back of the neck. Left arm holds on top of the elbow. Pull those elbows back behind you. Yes. Now try and make the spine really tall. Push the tongue to the roof of the mouth and try and lift the chin up so it's parallel to the ground. Gomukhasana pose. Cow face pose sounds so much more complicated than it is, but you're doing it, so celebrate it. Deep breath in. Maybe you stay here, maybe you fold forward slightly on the exhale. Feel that sensation through the outside of the legs. And then inhale, come back up. Whew. Maybe use your hands to uncross those legs. They're gonna need it. And take it back to tabletop. One more time. Cat-cow, if you like them as much as I do. And you're just going to take it to the opposite side. So get that right knee more to the center. Slide the left knee forward and cross the legs. If you want to do it in a different way, go for that. Get those feet wide apart so you can then walk the hands back and sit into it with legs crossed. So you're just getting that left leg on top of the right one this time. Try and flex the foot, adjust if you need to. Sometimes I need to wiggle around because you're aiming to get both seat bones equally pushing into the ground. If one side feels different than the other, completely normal. Embrace that sensation. Both arms reach up. Good. Now this time, bend the left arm, hand to the back of the neck. Hold onto that elbow with the opposite hand. Pull those elbows back as you breathe in. And then push the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Lift that chin up so you can really look forward, look proud, look strong. Squeeze the belly in. Maybe pull those elbows back a little bit more. Breathe into it. Maybe stay here. Maybe start to send the heart forward. Fold over the legs. Long breath wherever you are. And then release it down. Use those hands to guide those legs uncrossed. One last active pose from tabletop. Walk those hands up to the thighs, holding onto the hips. Good, here we go. Make those fists with the hands again. Place those fists into the lower back, into the sacrum. Try and keep the heart lifting up. And by lifting the heart up, you'll create a back bend. So, don't push too much into the lower back just yet. Pull those elbows back towards one another. Tongue to the roof of the mouth. Squeeze that lower belly in. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the heart up, 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 up. Maybe you start reaching back. Keep the gaze up. Now push the hands into the lower back to, lift yourself back up. Sit down into it. Just a heart opening pose there. That's all it is. So we take a child's pose when you're ready, knees together, forehead to mat. Reach those arms forward, forward, forward. Draw the hips back. Steady your breath. And when you're ready, look forward, snake it forward. Come to a laying down position. Maybe belly first and then roll over onto your back. Maybe a different transition if you'd rather. There's no particular right way, wrong way. We're just getting to Shavasana, the best pose. So get yourself comfortable, tuck those shoulder blades in under the chest, relax your hands by your sides, turn the palms so they face up. You get that external rotation of the arms. Relax the feet, relax the inside of the legs, back of the legs, and almost imagine each leg getting a little bit heavier. Relax the tops of the thighs. And those deep connective tummy tissues, sigh out, relax that belly. As you start to steady yourself, steady your breath. Just start to observe it, the rhythm of your inhales, the rhythm of your exhales. Gently start to bring your attention to your hands. Notice that space between each finger. A little bit of flesh. Almost try to relax there. Notice the effect it has in the palm of the hand. Gently imagine a cooling sensation gathering in the palm of the hand. Let that sensation travel up the inside of the arm, into the elbow, into the shoulder. Relax the shoulders down. Draw your attention to the mouth. Relax the jaw. And let your thoughts go. It's another moment or two of stillness here, of relaxation. So let yourself really enjoy the benefits of it, of being in it. Let go of the anxieties, loud thoughts, whatever things are still lingering. And notice what's left in its space. Something deeper, something truer. Very gently, when you're ready, without opening the eyes, bring some movement back into the body. So maybe you start with an exhale. Take an inhale, maybe you turn the head, maybe wiggle fingers, toes, maybe reach around. And then exhale, gently roll onto one side. It doesn't matter which side, but try to do so with your eyes closed. And maybe make a pillow for your head with your hands underneath. Take another moment. When you're ready, push the ground away. Gently guide yourself to a seated position. Maybe eyes still closed. Take a moment just to notice what feels different. The experience in the body, the effect in the state of mind. Hands together, thumbs to forehead. Namaste.